Come on. Yes. 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 I'm going to talk in a moment. I'm just... Oh, man, where can I put this? Okay, I am so excited. Yes, yes. I've had the worst couple of days. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, God, it's just awful. Okay, I'm sorry if anybody got scammed by whatever the hell happened to my channel. I'm sorry if you're confused about where all my videos are. I'm sorry that one of my videos just got uploaded randomly with no explanation. It was scheduled to be released at a certain time before the hack, and I haven't got any emails from YouTube letting me know that it's got sorted. I just saw someone on my Patreon comment like, "Hey, your channel's back," and I was like, "What?" Oh my God, you cannot imagine the relief. It's so good. It's so good. Like 3 days or something, 4 days, I don't even know, of just total anxiety, and just to see my channel, oh, my videos, 450 videos that I've got, that I've poured the last 5 years of my life into, that always just sits there available as a resource for people who want to improve themselves, understand relationships, fix their dating life. I'm so proud of what I've created, and it was taken from me. God, I'm sorry I'm all over the place. Let me just explain what happened. Like a week ago or so, I got an email offering like a sponsorship for the channel, like a clothing line from some French person. You guys wouldn't believe how many like sponsorship offers you get. You just weed through them. Some of them are for nonsense products. Some of them are good, and you'll see them on the channel. A lot of it gets filtered through to spam, because there's a lot of like scammers that do fake sponsorship kind of things. I've never really taken it that seriously, but you get so many of these emails. Anyway, this one, I clicked on a link that led to like a Word document or whatever, but it wasn't a Word document. It was some random thing. And I was like, all right, whatever. I just didn't think about it. Then, oh God, it's just awful. God. The next morning, I wake up and I've got like messages, my phone's blown up, and there's people saying, your channel's gone. What's happened? Like people reaching out to me, and I'm like in bed, like bleary-eyed, like what? That's not good. So I rushed downstairs to my office, and I go onto my channel. Your channel has been terminated. You imagine the feeling that gives you. It's not good. It's not good. Oh my God. So like mini panic attack. I get short of breath. It's like I'm pacing around the room. I'm like, no. What's happened? Where's my channel? I always imagine like if something ever happened to the channel, potentially I'd have like a series of warnings, like maybe the culture of the internet just goes in such a way that they don't like my content, or like I get demonetized, like I just figured I'd have time to prepare, and then it was just all sort of taken from me. And as I'm looking through, I'm like, well, where is it? And everyone's saying, you're promoting this cryptocurrency thing? What the hell? Like, Alexander. And I'm like, oh God, it's that bloody thing that I clicked on. Stupid. I'm beating myself up like you wouldn't believe. I'm usually so careful. I even, like, I clicked, no, I didn't click. I was like checking out, is this email address? I was like, have people got things like this? Because often these scams, when they actually go to my inbox, not just to my spam, because for the most part, Google's pretty good at filtering this kind of stuff. Usually other people have dealt with this kind of thing, so they're easy to spot. But, I got fooled. But I never thought that the consequences would be that bad as it was. Thank God that my Patreon videos are uploaded on a different channel. And so I went onto my Patreon, And people there were freaking out, but I could still communicate, not with you guys who just watch the main channel. And I appreciate lots of young guys, you don't have the money to support me yet, or you might come from like a part of the globe where you can't afford $5 US, and like, I'm so grateful to be able to give you guys real content. Oh, I'm still so pumped. I'm still so emotional, but it's also awful going back through this whole story. Where was I? Anyway, on Patreon, like, I had to tell everybody what had happened. It was just awful, and I had no idea what was going to happen. They'd taken it, and then the next thing I knew, I was locked out of my email address, because they took not just my YouTube channel, they took my Google account, and I use Gmail. And like, that's how I authenticate. Like, oh, did you forget your password for this? Send a thing to your email address. Like, so much, even in my personal life, is connected to that email address. I was like, ugh. And I was shocked too, because I am really security conscious. Like, I think I am. Like, everything is got the double verification. It's linked to this, that. These scammers, man, they were bloody smart, bloody crafty. They know what they're doing. They must have known that I'm in Western Australia, because they did all of this stuff at like 1 a.m. my time, So I had all these emails eventually I've seen from like, hey, you recently changed your recovery email. You recently changed your phone number connected to this account. If this isn't you, get in contact to do something, whatever it might be. But of course, all this is happening at 1 a.m. So it all happened while I was asleep. And I had a really good sleep that night. I had really great dreams. It was awful to wake up to this. Anyway, so I went through the process of, I reached out, I did like a form on YouTube saying this is what's happened, and I'm pretty sure I've been dealing with some kind of AI type thing. Like, the responses have been pretty sort of stock standard, but they've been pretty good at like getting back to me at least once a day saying, hey, the next step is we need you to provide this information, this information, this information. There was never any indication from them like, this is definitely going to get resolved, or this is going to take this amount of time. So I've been very, very anxious. Oh, as you can probably tell by this unscripted outpouring of emotions, how tightly wound I've been over the last little while. Oh, but here it is. It's back. I can see it. I can see all my videos. You guys can't see it yet because the scammers changed all of my videos to private. What a pain. So I'm going to have to go back probably manually and click on them all to be public again, so you guys can, see all my old content again. But in the short term, I am just so happy to get this back. So happy. It's been, oh man, I'm glad to just finally actually get to speak to you guys and tell you what's been going on. I'm so sorry that there wasn't any explanation for the people who have been messaging me. Now I'm back into my email account now. I was able to recover that, and then I've like quadrupled my security. Quick reminder, back up all your digital files, enable two-step verification on everything, and then don't click on anything random. Don't be complacent with your internet security. Please learn from me. God, please, after you finish this video, go onto all your accounts, change all your passwords, just be absolutely paranoid. Assume someone is trying to get into your stuff, and then thwart them. I've done that. You should see my internet security now is a fortress. But I still feel like this could happen again, Oh, hopefully not. Oh, God, what was I saying? Oh, these last 3 days, it's really, it's forced me to sort of take in that wider perspective of like my life and my income and things like that. And while like in the panic of it, I was like, what else could I do? Like, what other job opportunities could I pursue? And what I really discovered at the end of it is that even though my mind probably wanted to sort of cushion the blow by like, you could do this, you could do that, whatever it might be, I really realized how much I want to do this work, how happy I am with what I'm doing, what I've created. I'm so happy with it. And, the outpouring of support from people, especially in the Patreon community, has just really, really touched me. And it sucks that I suppose something awful like this needs to happen before, you really take stock of this kind of thing. But I just, I don't know if this will sound corny, but I just love my supporters so much. I have such a deep affection because you could tell like they have a real sincere care for me as an individual. And while I might not know them as well as they know me because they've been watching me for however number of years, you know, the fact that they're responding to something about me, my personality, my worldview is there's something of a real connection there. And on Patreon, some of the relationships that I've formed, yesterday I really struggled, and it was the strangest thing that got me as well. It was, you know, most of my audience is male, as you know, but on Patreon it's a lot stronger. They've got a lot more women that support me, and you know, sometimes I get these kind of, you know, very sweet, sort of innocent, like Christian girls, you know, 18, 19, who discover my content and they're really, you know, happy and supportive and love my stuff. And I just feel really kind of fatherly, I suppose, like really protective. I'm like, oh, it's so nice, you know, these girls, they haven't been through really negative experiences. They don't hate men, you know, they're here. Like, you should see some of the Patreon discussions, you know, like so many of the guys like, hey, I have this problem, or I have this issue, and these girls will take so much time to like respond meaningfully to them. You know, it's such a beautiful thing. I'm so proud of what we've created. I'm so grateful. And one of the girls was like, I'm going off to college soon, and I wrote back to her like, hey, if anyone's mean to you, just tell me and I'll beat them up, you know. Like some corny father sort of might say. But I thought about that, and I thought about all the relationships that I've formed through the channel, through my work, all the amazing people that I've met and I've connected with. And then the thought of losing all of that was devastating for me personally. And also just on a, I don't want to toot my own horn like too much here, but just on a wider note, I really think that my content is good. I think it's helping people. You know, I get messages from people all the time saying that their lives have been improved by watching my stuff, you know. In the Patreon thread we had going, we had one guy say, like, ever since I started watching your videos with my girlfriend, it sparked so many interesting discussions. We're so much happier with each other. Sorry if the camera's going in and out. This wasn't planned. Oh. And, you know, when I get the Hey Hero requests and I get the feedback from it, I'm like, God, I really am so passionate about what I do. I love creating content that clears up confusion, that gives people information. And I'm so scary to have that taken away. Not because of any, you know, any really important, meaningful reason, but just because I got hacked, you know, some crypto scam. Awful. So my plan is to just put this video up on the channel now, tell you guys what's been going on, and then start manually relisting. Oh, I've actually got some commitments today. I'm not sure how quickly I'm going to be able to get to this, but I'm going to try and start getting all those videos publicly available again. I have no idea what damage this has done, you know, to if people are gonna, if I'm in the algorithm or if I'm not, or whatever it might be, if people are going to rediscover it. But given the possibility of just losing the channel, just to have it back, just to actually see my YouTube creator studio and my videos there, I can't tell you how good that feels, just to have it back. It's mine. It's mine. It's my channel. And I've got it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What a rant this has turned into be. Oh. I'll leave it there. I want to apologize, I guess, if anybody did fall for whatever crypto scam they're running on my channel, or if you're just confused about where my videos went, if you feel like I abandoned you. I've been working as much as I can to try and get this stuff back. I know the people on Patreon knew what had happened, but I didn't have a way of messaging just the audience because I didn't have my YouTube channel. So even if you don't ever like sign up for my Patreon, I made the post explaining what was happening public. So if you can just Google Alexander Grace Patreon, like in case anything like this ever happens again, you should ideally have updates. Like that's where you can find information about what happened to me or where I go. So I don't know, bookmark that if you ever want to happen. But hopefully, fingers crossed, this will never happen again. This was a once in a lifetime awful thing, and it's nothing but positivity from here on out. I'm slightly tempted to tell you about some of the things I've got planned coming for the channel, which I'm really excited about. But to be honest, now is not the right time to just do it. I just need to calm myself down, to be honest, and just recalibrate. God, I might even just need to take this afternoon just to breathe. I don't know if I can go straight back into a work mode. We'll see how I feel. But I'm glad to be able to put this video out. I look forward to everything just returning to normal. Normality. What a luxury. That's all I want. All right. Thanks, guys.